wrapped up a call right before this, so off to a busy start this morning, but it's the way I like it.
Hell yeah.
Where you're back in New York?
I'm at my cousin's in New Jersey. I got a wedding up here, so just been running around nonstop the last like 6 weeks. It never ends.
Dude, yeah, you've been like all over the world, I feel like.
Yeah, I was in Portugal, I was in California, I was in Maine, I was in Jersey for a wedding. Now I'm back down in Jersey. It's a busy summer. That's how I like it though. It's fun, you know?
Yeah, no, I think it's the way to go. Um, but I mean, I just want to start off by saying I'm proud of you, bro. You've absolutely fucking smashed it. Um, it's been really, really cool to see where you're at now versus when you were messaging me on Instagram, sending me the voice messages, telling me what's going on in your life, where you're at, what you want to accomplish. And you had a lot of clarity around, like, you knew exactly what you needed to do in terms of, like, you were one of the few people that were like, I know I need to build my mindset first. And, like, as a result, the physique will follow.
Yep.
And I mean, you've executed that perfectly. Um, so it's been cool to see your transformation, not just physically. I mean, obviously you're fucking shredded now, which is dope, and your strength shot up. Like, just the change in your confidence and your mindset as well has been really cool to see. But I'm curious, like, from your perspective, like, talk to me about what the last couple months have looked like, where you're at versus where you're at now, both physically, mentally, mindset wise, discipline. Like, what's been the change for you?
Yeah, 100%. I appreciate it. No, I just feel like the plan, like having working with you, like was exactly what I needed because like it's easy when you don't have like infrastructure in place to fall out of like a dedicated workout or a dedicated like meal plan. So like going to the gym, knowing exactly what I have to do, and then like let's say I don't have a plan in place previously, I'd be like, all right, I'm tired, I'm just gonna cut out of this. But like knowing I'm being held accountable, and then also like not just for myself, but also working with you, like you're up my ass. Like it's like, nah, I gotta get this fucking, I gotta finish out with core. I gotta finish out this these sets. I have to do it. And so like staying like very true to that. I definitely saw the results I wanted. And then even from like the confidence of like, again, like the last 6 weeks have been really hard. Even with like my brother getting injured, like last week, I've been at my parents' house, like sleeping on a fucking blow up mattress because he's been waking up, like freaking out. It's hard to like, life gets in the way, but the biggest thing is like, I feel very confident of just being like, all right, like I'm back on the horse. There's not a question of it. I'm not negotiating with myself. Like that's it. Um, and that feels really good. And then like, yeah, like that's like the mental piece, and that was the biggest thing that I wanted to work on, and I feel really good about it. You know what I mean? And like putting things into context of um, like my brother getting injured, it's like you can just put things into perspective and be like, all right, like like he's bedridden now for the next like 2 or 3 months. Like I have an able body. Like I have such momentum. Like I'm not gonna take it for granted. And it's more motivation to be like, putting things into perspective and being like, I'm sticking with this for the rest of my life. Like I'm not gonna, deviate from it. Because I like the results. I like the confidence I have in like holding myself accountable and like delivering for myself. And it feels really good. So I appreciate it, dude. You got a good operation going.
Dude, well, I appreciate it, and I'm glad that you took full advantage of it because, again, like, I'm able to provide the blueprint and help hold you accountable, but at the end of the day, like, you're the only one that can actually put in the work and make it happen.
Yep.
So props to you for actually showing up and doing the work, each day. Um, Remind me again, like, what were you doing prior to starting with me? Like, as far as your workouts?
Yeah, I was doing like I wasn't on like a super set routine, but I was doing like back and by, chest and try, then like maybe some shoulders and core, and then maybe like a leg day, and like working out like probably 5 days a week, not doing the most cardio. And then if I was doing core, like I would just like go on one of those, almost looks like a dip machine, but you could lean back on it. Maybe it has like a bubble, like a half like Pilates power ball, whatever,
Yeah.
and like just doing like leg raises. And the reality is like that helped like a little bit, like, but my diet wasn't there. And then like I wasn't doing core as much as I should. So, I see all like the videos, everybody that you work with is like, yeah, I was working out like 6 days a week. I was basically doing the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just funny. It's like it's so counterintuitive because you think you need like more, like you don't realize how much like rest you need to, like, when you go hard on a workout, right? You hit it for like 45 minutes, you do everything you need to do, you're pushing yourself with like weights, and your body needs like a week's rest. And as long as you're eating right, like you see the results. Like I said, like just the last 6 weeks, like I'm not as big as I was like in May. But I'm very happy with how I look, like especially my core, because I was never like fat, but I didn't have like visible abs. Like I was at the pool yesterday, and like this girl I was hanging out with, she's like, "You look so different from like when I met you in March." She's like, "It's actually crazy." She's like, "You got to give your your trainer like a fucking bottle of whiskey or something like that." And I was like,
Give me a steak, man.
yeah,
But that's awesome, and it's funny because like you were so close, like you said, you weren't fat, you weren't out of shape, but like your physique was so close to just getting to the point where you're at now, and I'm so happy that you're able to dial in and like achieve it, because it feels, you can't really describe how that feeling is to be able to take off your shirt at the pool and get compliments and just have the confidence of being like, yeah, dude, I work really fucking hard and I'm shredded. And at the end of the day, like the cool thing is, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're probably trying and putting in less effort now than you were when we started, or before you started working with me.
yeah, 100%. Without a doubt. And the craziest thing is too is um like I have like friends and stuff who are like also like maybe like similar, like, right, like maybe they have more muscle mass than me, but they're just like they don't have as much endurance, or like they're not in like as good of a shape as I'm in. And I'm like, it's just, if you want to do it, like if you, I could tell you exactly what to do, or like you could hire somebody to do it. You just got to want to do it. And like, my circumstances, I was like, I want to do it like 100%. So definitely very happy with the results. Still have room for improvement with consistency. Like logging the workouts were like difficult for me, just because I would get to the gym, I already had memorized the workouts, and I'm just like, sometimes I would go to the gym without my phone and just be on like autopilot, no music, no whatever, and just do it. And then I'm like back to my routine, and I'm just like, oh fuck, like I didn't log it for like 2 days. And then
Yeah, but that's the funny thing, bro. Every time I'd message you about that, where I'm like, hey man, like I haven't seen the last couple workouts logged in. Like, I'm assuming you just forgot to log them.
yeah,
Like, I always knew that you were.
I never missed a workout. I think the only times I missed a workout were leg days, because I've been playing like a volleyball league in the middle of the day on Wednesdays. But I was still like going balls to the wall, like playing volleyball, still doing the push-ups, still doing the abs. But I never missed like any upper body day, like the entire 3 months. I can promise you
Yeah,
that.
like I was never worried about you not putting in the work. I think the cool thing though too has been, and I want to kind of hear what your perspective is on it. You've been traveling a lot the last couple weeks, yet you've been able to not only maintain your physique but actually improve it. Maybe you've gotten a little bit smaller in terms of your size, as far as your physique, but your body fat has continued to come down even while traveling. Well, like, have you been super, super restrictive on all the foods that you've been eating, or have you been able to just like actually enjoy yourself while you've been traveling, not being like super stressed? Because I feel like that's one of the things that I really want to help you understand with, as far as the food approach and the lifestyle approach, where it's like, hey, dude, that's it. It's exactly what I just said. It's a lifestyle that it doesn't matter where you're at, you can maintain these habits. And so, prior to starting with me, I'm assuming that like if you were to go on a vacation, like you've been on the last 6 weeks, like all the trips you've been on, it probably would have looked a little bit different, and you probably would have gained weight. Do you think that's accurate or no?
Yeah, definitely. Like even I was in California for like 2 or 3 days, and I just was like super focused on like my diet like the best I could. I was like, all right, like I'm not gonna be able to get the best workouts in, but like let me go to this steakhouse on my company's dime and just like get steak. You know what I mean? Like things that like it's not cooked in the best oil, whatever, but it's still better than like going and like slamming wings into burgers and beers and shit like that. So again, there's like certain circumstances where it's like you know, I was in Jersey for a wedding and they had the after party on Saturday. The wedding was on Friday. They had the after party Saturday. We're down at the beach the entire day. It's like I gotta eat. There's no good option. It's like you gotta take your losses there. But for the most part, like even like I was out east on Long Island, in like wine country when my brother got injured. So we were out in an Airbnb for like 4 days, like back and forth to the hospital, whatever. But like I was like, all right, like I'm just gonna go to the supermarket and cook for my family the food that I want to eat. So, you know, we had steak, we had sweet potatoes and chicken, whatever, instead of just like running to fast food or like ordering out from a restaurant. So it's like little stuff like that. That's like, I don't, or I like, I'm not noticing, but those are like huge changes of like where my head's at in terms of just maintaining the diet. Like the past week, not as much the last 2 days, but the past week my diet's like been like top notch, and um I haven't been able to go to the gym. I went when did I go? I went on Monday, and that was the last time I went. But I still feel like great, and I feel like I look great just because diet, just still doing core, doing cardio, and then doing push-ups every day. It's like just a maintenance thing. So it's like it just feels really good.
Yeah, it's literally your autopilot has like recalibrated.
Yeah,
Your like new standard is just completely different. And so that's what I'm saying. It doesn't really matter where you're at. Like you just have this new standard. And so you're gonna continue to look the way that you look. Um, with very little effort. Like it's just become part of your subconscious. And beyond that too, like you have the tools now to continue to be successful. Like I know your physique is going to continue to get better and better and better. Like I want you to like send me updates a couple months from now, like when you're like even more jacked and shredded. Like I have a couple clients that have done that and it fires me to fuck up. So
yeah.
definitely keep in touch there. Um, as far as a plan moving forward, how do you feel like with your overall confidence in terms of, okay, I know exactly what to do with my food. I feel good about the habits that I've instilled. I can talk to you a little bit about workouts and how to adjust that, but how do you feel moving forward?
I feel great. I feel very confident. Like I have all the workouts that I've been that we were doing like memorized, and you know, in terms of diet wise, like I was already eating pretty good, like, but the changes of like reducing carbs and just keeping things very simple has been like burned into my mind. Like I actually like feel a lot better eating like a bowl of ground beef with like sauerkraut and like avocado. You know what I mean? So it's like not even something I have to think about. It's like what I want. So I feel really good
Yeah,
in that sense.
yeah, dude, it's funny. Even after I just did that 3 day fast and like the foods I started thinking about that sounded like they would taste so good were just like the cleanest, simplest. Like I just
Yeah.
wanted eggs. I
Yeah.
was like, dude, eggs, plain eggs, no seasoning, nothing, just sounds so good.
100%.
So it's cool to see your taste buds change and whatnot. As far as the workouts go, you can still like the workouts that I have you doing, like you can still continue to do those. I would start to add in a little bit of variety in terms of adding in some new movements. If you want, I can send you like an updated workout plan so you can switch things up over the next like, 3, 4 months. And then if you like certain movements, you can keep those, but it's good to like shock the muscle, stimulate it a little bit differently.
Hmm.
But it's also really good to stick with a specific workout for, 3, 4 months at a time so you can actually see your strength going up
Yeah.
and really build that part of your physique. So you've obviously done an awesome job at that, but uh yeah, I can do you want me to send you like an updated version?
Yeah, please do. And I'm going to be doing a lot more swimming because I'm training for a triathlon in September. So
Oh
uh,
yeah.
physique is definitely going to change. I'm going to have to change like what I'm doing just because I want to crush it. But yeah, please send that to me.
Cool. Um, what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so the Trainerize, you'll have access to that for like one more week,
Okay.
and then it'll be deactivated. The only thing that, I mean, you have all your pictures in there. I don't know if
Mhm.
did you take those on your phone too, or did you
Yeah, I
just
have them in my
okay, so you
calendar.
already have those. The only thing that you'd want to take from there is you can go into your previous workouts and see all your numbers.
Hmm.
What I would recommend is like Notes app or Google Sheets. Just
Hmm.
have each workout and every exercise that you do, what your last weight was for that, and then you can also have like a PR.
Okay.
So that way you know like okay these are some PRs that I have because so because your bench you went from like I think it was like 175 to 205, but you never really went below like you never went for like a lower rep. Those were
Um,
all
no, no, yeah. The most I did was like 205 for like 4 or something like that, or 3. And I wanted to hit 225 when I was training with you, but then you were like, "Oh, I don't really want you to like go for PR," so I never did. So I want to just be able to hit that as like a milestone for myself. So I've been like the last 2 weeks going, like upping my weight and just seeing how I feel. So I'll probably go for that by the end of the month. I think I'll be able to fucking hit it. But
yeah,
yeah,
dude. If you can hit 205 for 4, like you'd be pretty damn close to hitting 205 or 225.
yeah, I used like ChatGPT and I was like, all right, because this is like a month and a half ago, and I did 185 for 8 with like no spotter, so I probably could have got more out of it. And I like plugged that in. It's like, what do you think my 1 rep max would be? And it was like 235 or something. So I feel like if that has any type of truth to it, I should be fine. I just have to. I just want to like eat a lot more volume of protein over the next 2 weeks and like go for it like maybe a
Yeah,
week,
if you,
not this
I would
coming week.
recommend like upping your carbs a little bit more.
Okay.
Um, Add just a little bit more like white rice, a little bit more sweet potato, or regular potato. If you're doing sourdough, you can have some more sourdough, but white rice and sweet potato are your best friend, especially when you're trying to do. Um, you're not going to be like bulk. You can lean bulk, and while you're lean bulking, you can still lose body fat.
Hmm.
But I feel like if I was to guess what you wanted to do, tell me if I'm wrong. There's no right or wrong. I'm just curious. But if I was to guess, I feel like you're probably wanting to shred a little bit more and then start to put on more size. Or are you already like, no, I want to start putting on more size now?
No, no, I think that's accurate. Like I don't think it's going to be possible, or like I'm not saying not possible. Obviously, it's possible, but like I think it's like not a priority for me to put on size right now because I'm going to be running and biking and swimming so much. Like I want to just like I'm not going to beat myself up that if like I'm not going to like gain weight or whatever. So like I'll probably in the fall or the getting into the winter like go for more size.
So my biggest piece of advice to you, especially for this like triathlon coming up with the running and as well as the biking, the biggest difference for me when I did my 4 hour marathon to my 3:30 marathon was my consistency with training legs.
Okay.
The additional strength in my legs makes such a difference. And the, it's not that it like made me a whole lot faster per se, but it increases your long-term endurance.
Yeah.
So as you're getting later in the race, as you start to get more fatigued, that's when all that extra muscle starts to kick in.
Okay.
So definitely just focus on like not ever missing a leg workout. I was only doing one leg workout a week too, on top of like all of my running and everything. If you want, you could mix in two leg workouts a week. But I think one is solid, especially for how much training you're going to be doing.
Hmm.
Um, but keeping the split squats, the lunges, squats. I would add in like actual barbell squats. Those are solid. And then glute bridges. Those are huge too.
Those are great for my lower back.
Yeah. Um, so that's if you start doing that, that'll make a big difference.
All right.
But yeah, as you start, and you're just gonna be doing so much cardio there that like you're gonna be burning through so many fucking calories, bro, that you're gonna be you're gonna be diced up.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Swimming is such a good workout, a total body workout, and like your body is using so much energy to keep yourself warm that you end up like burning so many calories just like because of the temperature difference from your body to the water. So like I swam the other day and you get out of the water just swimming and you look at yourself in the mirror, you're like, oh, I look fucking great.
That and after an ice bath. If you get out of an ice bath, your skin's super tight and you're just like feeling jacked.
100%. But yeah, man, seriously, I really appreciate everything you do, and looking forward to continue watching your content and keep myself motivated. And I got the discipline. So even if motivation isn't there, I got the discipline to keep it going.
You 100% have the discipline. What I'll do is I'm going to, so let's do this. Screenshot all of your numbers on Trainerize. And then once you do that, send me a text. I'll update your workouts.
Okay.
And when I do that, it's going to get rid of your other workouts. And then you can screenshot those new workouts.
Okay.
And then just apply those to moving forward. If you want to change it up a little bit, you can. If you want to keep it exactly the way I have it, you can do that too.
Okay.
But then that way you kind of mix things up, spice it up a little bit. But depending on your personality, like I don't mind doing the same types of workouts.
Yeah.
I just add in a little bit different movement kind of each workout, but the base stays the same. So figure out what you like. And then you'll be solid, bro. I'm kind of curious, this last question, like, what do you think was the biggest difference from when you started to now? What made the biggest difference for you?
Going to a place in my mind where like I'm not going to be negotiating with myself. I'm going to just be able to like get up and do it. And then when that becomes like the foundation of your mindset, I think everything becomes much easier. So like you're not like thinking about, oh, I'm so tired, I'm in the gym, oh, I don't feel like working out today. It's like you're not even going to that place in your mind because it's already established, like it's already happened. And I think like having the plan, being held accountable, holding myself accountable, was exactly what I was looking for, to like kind of have that. And like the confidence boost from holding myself accountable and like being proud of myself for where I came from, is the biggest thing.
You were just 100% all in.
Yes.
And there's a power in that. That's why you've seen the results that you've seen. So again, bro, fucking proud of you. Your transformation has been solid. And the best part is, like I said, I know it's just beginning. Like this is just part of the process. It's going to continue to get better. It's going to be sick seeing you do that triathlon. Which one are you doing? Have you signed up for one?
Yeah, it's like a sprint. So it's nothing like insane. It's like we talked about it like a few months ago. It's like a mile swim instead of a half-mile swim for whatever reason. And then it's
a mile swim is so long for a sprint.
I know. I don't know what.
Like four times the distance of a normal sprint. I think a normal sprint's like 500 yards.
Yeah.
They're all the sprints are like a little bit different.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's I think, because I looked it up. I think it's a half mile.
That sounds more reasonable, yeah.
Apparently it's in the ocean, so it's like I think they line it up so it's with the sweep, so like it's not as bad. But like, dude, swimming endurance is so different than everything else. Like I only swam like 600 meters the other day just to get like start to get moving, and I was like, oh man, I'm fucking gassed. So doing that, and then I think it's a 5K and then a 10-mile bike. So those two things I'm not worried about. It's more just like I've never really done all of them in like back to back, so I gotta like start doing that. But very much looking forward to it, and like just fucking pushing myself to do things that I was always holding myself back from.
And I mean, that's like exactly why you need to do it. And that's why you are doing it. So props to you. One last piece of parting advice. With swimming as well as running, I don't know if you've ever experienced like side cramps while running, but they're far more common in the pool when you start swimming.
Yeah.
And the reason that people get them is because you're not exhaling your air properly.
Okay.
Or at least like exhaling. Have you experienced the side cramps yet?
I have in the past. Not in the past, not like this since I started training, but I used to swim a lot and I used to get that.
So yeah, and running, it happens in running and swimming when you're just going faster than your body can kind of keep up with. So if you're running so fast that you're more focused on breathing in than you are on breathing out.
Right.
And so when you're running, a hack for that is it sucks, but you literally have to breathe out all of your air. Like And the reason it sucks is because all you're thinking about is breathing in. Like you're fucking tired while you're running, and you literally take a breath and go, like literally empty out all of your air. Running, you usually have to do that twice, and then it's gone. Your side cramp's gone. Swimming, you can't really do that in the pool. So just focus as much as you can on when you turn your head over, exhaling all your air first, and then inhale.
Okay, that's
Because
good.
I ran into that. Yeah, I ran into that issue a lot when I was training for my triathlon, where I just like start getting cramps, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And it's because you're too focused on taking in air.
All right, fair enough. I'm definitely going to prioritize that. Well, I appreciate it, dude. Seriously.
Dude, you're welcome. And like I said, man, excited to continue to see you grow. So it's been awesome working with you, and we'll stay in touch, man.
Hell yeah. All right, man. Enjoy your morning.
Alrighty, just shoot me a text when you after you screenshot those.
Will do.
Okay, catch you later, man.
Later.